not politics time now. It's the captive time for the Real Estate Board, and the board facilitates the relicensing process for real estate professionals, ensuring compliance with industry regulations. And the board offers multiple payment options for your convenience. Of course, these are modern times after all. The supervisor for the customer service unit at the Real Estate Board, Jermaine Simms, is in studio with me. Good morning, Mr. Jermaine.
Morning.
Everything good?
Good so far.
All right, great. Good. So let's start at the issue, at the point rather, of those payment options that you have, so that people don't have to leave them place of work to come in the office, come start with the payments.
Yes. All right. So just to mention the most important one, and that's our in-house online payment, our client portal. So once it is that you've been approved as a licensed or registered realtor using your license number, you'll be able to create an account on that platform. And so once you create an account, you're able to log in and make payments using your debit or credit cards. And one of the good things about that method is that your payment is reflected immediately. So there is no need to submit any proof of payment or wait on any transfers to reflect the next day. It's done immediately.
If I may stray from the script just a little bit, I've always wondered, Jermaine, and I'm asking you the question: is it that real estate, the business of being a real estate agent, is it for most people who are paid up agents in good standing, is it for most of them their main job or their second job?
Well, based on observation, a lot of them would have it as an additional job.
Well, not even, you might say additional, even say second, it could be the third. Here you are that. All right. So where employment letters are concerned, do people need one if they had submitted one from the last financial? Because you know where we are. We say, listen, we just give you one last year. We want one next one for.
Right. So the employment letters are an important part of the relicensing process. At the end of each financial year, you are required to have one submitted. Either you get it from your dealer of your choice and submit it, or you have them submit it on your behalf. At the end of the period, you are free to switch to any dealer of your choice. You do have that. So in the absence of a new one, the real estate board will not assume that you are with the same broker and go ahead and issue a license. No, we wait on the official documentation from that real agent to indicate who they'll be working with for the financial year.
So simply put, there's no going around that requirement.
No.
All right. What if I don't intend to do any real estate business in a year? Am I still required to relicense and pay up?
All right. So you're not required to relicense and pay a license fee. We do understand that there are certain circumstances that affect individuals, and so they may decide to take a break. Whether it could be some schooling situation, could be a job conflict, medical situation, and so that's where the dormancy option comes in. So you would have a dormancy form, have that signed and stamped by a JP, and you submit that along with the requisite fee, whether it be $5,500 if you're a salesman or $11,000 if you are a dealer. And that is for the entire financial year. Of course, you can indicate if you want to be dormant for multiple years. You do have that option. The important thing about the dormancy is that you have to have that done by April 30, the latest. If it is that we do not receive any such documentation from you by April 30, the latest, then the license fee at that point becomes mandatory.
I see. What of the situation where someone who has indicated dormancy for a particular year, say period, let's say a year, but within the year, can they come back and say, listen, circumstances have changed, and 4 months in, I want to be active so I can do business? How does that work?
All right. So yes, they do have that option. Once it is that, if that is their circumstance, then they simply come in, indicate in writing that they want to, come off dormancy, and so they would pay the license fee for the period. So the fee is not prorated, so even it's a separate process now. So you pay that dormancy fee. We went through the formal process and approved you.
Yeah.
So seeing that you now want to change, then that's an entirely different process. So you'd pay the license fee and comply with any other necessary requirements, and then we'll be able to issue a license to you.
All right. So the issue of CPDs. Firstly, what is a CPD?
Right. So continuing professional development, those courses are an important part of the relicensing process as well, just to ensure that persons are up to par in terms of the latest happenings in the real estate industry and in terms of the regulations. And persons are required to complete them within 2 years of being registered and licensed as a realtor. So if it is that persons are unsure as to their standing where those courses are concerned, it's on our website. So once you go to reb.gov.jm, there's a tab to the top right on the website that says Search Public Register. So once you go to that section of the website, you can indicate salesman or dealer. And once you either put in the name or the license number and make a search, then that result will populate whoever it is that you search for. And then just below, you'll see the number of CPDs completed. So it will indicate all 5 or 3 or 2. And then you'll be able to also go on our portal and then register for those CPDs if it is that you have any outstanding. And of course, if it is that you have any difficulties with the website, then they're also free to give us a call at our offices.
Yeah. One of the things I always notice is that the ladies whose pictures are on these signs outside these apartment complexes, townhouse complexes, advertising units for sale. I was just to myself, hold on, a pure good-looking woman selling real estate, because trust me, the pictures are good. But I say that to make this point, Jermaine. I'd asked one of your colleagues a previous week, or it may have been you, I'd made a suggestion that what needs to happen, I think, is to help the public to have more control of the information. I can see Jermaine Simms' picture, and he says he's the person to contact about a unit for sale in this property. And I see his registration number. So I can say, wait, I want to have the brother up to date. And I go on the REB's website and I boom, punch it in, and it comes up and tells me. So I think that's something that the real estate board can add to its range, its plethora, if you may, of options, so that the public can have more information on the people who are interfacing with them in making such an important decision as buying a property.
Yes.
Yeah?
Right. So you mentioned about the picture there. So there are internal discussions, to expand the website a bit more, to indicate, to display the picture of realtors. However, we have to put in the necessary mechanisms in place, and of course data protection and a lot of things to consider going forward with that. So we are working to improve the offerings to the public.
Hear you on that. Jermaine, thank you this morning for your time.
All right, no problem.
Jermaine Simms, he's the supervisor in charge of customer service at the Real Estate Board. And for those of you who are real estate agents, real estate dealers, you should do what is necessary to maintain an active license. You must renew your license annually by the specified deadline. And if you change your mind about dormancy, but I feel so the fee will drop. The fee is the fee. Yeah, you can't go around the fee. You can't go around the fact of an employment letter to establish that you are currently in the employ somewhere, because that's a crucial part of the documentation needed to process your application.
Yes, that's correct.
That's correct.
Right. And also for the real estate dealers, they have an important part to play as well. Some of them, they have business registration certificates, and to say that they'll be trading with this particular name. So sometimes, in some cases, they actually expire. And so we implore dealers to just check their business registration certificates to ensure that they are still up to date, and if so, have one submitted, because that can also impact the issuing of their license as well.
Excellent, sir. Thank you very much. That's the All Things Real Estate here on Nationwide 90 FM.